Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to part 15 of What If Naruto Was Trained to be a Mercenary. Remember to get this one to 100 likes as usual. Share to all of your friends on your social media platform, and if you haven't yet, go ahead and check out part 15 of What If Tsunade was Naruto's mother. And I also post a new episode of What If Naruto was the next stage of Sixth Path on my second channel. So go ahead and enjoy. And if this is the first time you hear my voice, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Anime King family and be a part of the channel. And also check out my second channel, Anime King 2, where you can enjoy lovely what ifs as well. I'll be leaving a link at the top of the description. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. Start the intro. You can change. You satisfy the rage in me. Take away my pain. You satisfy the rage in me. So to do this for a recap, Tsunade was planning a party for Naruto as she wanted to reunite Naruto and Sakura friendship. Naruto went all over the village as he met up with everyone, Kuronai Sensei, Asuma and their child, and he catch up with everyone. He also went on a date with both Hinata and Ino by using a shadow clone to help him out, but you guys just have to go across and enjoy for yourself. So the last part we left off, Naruto was at the party when Sakura came in, as she said, "Hello Naruto." So, if you guys haven't yet, switch across to the place and enjoy for yourself. So let's start this new episode. Everyone in the room felt the tension growing stronger, and it was coming from Naruto. Shikamaru could only sigh as he knew things were going to become troublesome, as Neji stood quiet like his captain, as he knew things weren't good at all. Choji was concentrating on the food, as it was the only way for him to get over all the tension that is in the room right now. As Kiba looked as he had a bad feeling, so did Akamaru as she know that this would happen. Iruka was nervous as he looked at the expression on Naruto's face. The thing is, he couldn't read it, as Shizune was in the same boat as Iruka, as Naruto had an expression on his face that none of them could read. As Hinata, she worried. As Tsunade wasn't nervous, she was looking forward for the reunion. She thought that everything will turn out happy and Naruto will just apologize and Sakura will apologize as well, and they would go back to being friends. As Naruto looked at Sakura, he couldn't help as he felt pure anger and rage building up inside of his body, as the situation was too much. This rage, he haven't felt this in a long while. Every time he think about her, he felt a bit of rage. But now, seeing her in front of him, this rage was too much, as he needed to channel the rage somewhere else. As he then took a look at her new change for the 5 years. She was just a foot shorter than him, so she had to look up. Her hair was still short from the last time he saw her. After finished looking at her face, he then strolled down to see that she was wearing an open jonin vest, as it had a symbol of a cross at the corner, as she's the one now running the hospital, as she was wearing a pink skirt. As the more he looked at her, the more rage that was building up inside of him, as he felt like he was going to burst. As Sakura was looking at Naruto, she was holding back all of her tears. She felt the urge to rush over and hug him tightly because she missed him for so long. But she knew that she had no right to do such thing after everything that she has done to him. As she took in Naruto's physical changes, as she couldn't believe how handsome he is, and he grew so tall, as she already know that he is the Kitsune Flash. Tsunade looked at the both of them, who were just staring at each other. After all, this was the first time they see each other for 5 years. The last time they saw each other was back at the hospital when Naruto snapped at her after what she did. Tsunade had planned this party for the both of them to reunite, but she wasn't stupid. She knew it was going to take a lot for the both of them to turn back friends. After all, Naruto has been holding back a lot of anger and rage since the last time he saw her. But she thought that they are friends. They will meet up and become friends again. Tsunade then cleared her throat. Now that everyone is here, how about we continue with the party? Sakura was still staring at Naruto although she heard Tsunade, as there is so much things she wants to say to him, but she doesn't know where to start. "Hey Naruto," she said as she tried to make conversation with him. Naruto kept on a fake smile as he burned inside with pure anger, as even the Kyuubi inside opened his eyes. As he realized the situation that is going on, he didn't say anything, but he felt pure rage and roaring anger coming from Naruto. Not even him was this angry back then. "Hello Haruno," Naruto said, with a fake smile on his face. Everyone in the room felt pure anger and rage coming off of Naruto, and it was getting worse. Even though he had that smile on his face, there was a lot of tension coming off of him. As Sakura's heartbroken, she expected him to call her Sakura, or even Sakura-chan. "Welcome back to Konoha. We all missed you very much," Sakura said, as she gave him a fake smile as the pain inside of her grew worse. As Naruto knew that she was giving him a fake smile because he always wore it when the people of the village mocked him and cursed at him. "What's wrong, Haruno? Aren't you glad to see me?" he asked. Sakura immediately removed her fake smile as she felt more pain, seeing that he see right through her. "I am sorry for that, Naruto. It's just because I've been receiving some stress at work. But I really missed you," she said. In the most honest tone ever, she really needed a good excuse after all. As he gave her another fake smile. "It's alright Haruno, I know what you're going through. I know that you probably miss Sasuke a lot." Everyone in the room was confused, along with Sakura and Tsunade. Why would he bring up a topic with the Uchiha traitor? Sakura didn't understand. Why would he think that she missed Sasuke when she didn't even think about him in the 5 years? As she had completely forgotten about him, and her childhood crush vanished when he rejected her back at the Anvu prison. "No Naruto, I don't miss Sasuke. There is no reason for me to miss him. He's a traitor and I don't miss him at all." As her eyes were still staring at Naruto, as she wanted to tell him everything in her heart, that she missed him so badly and she wanted to apologize for everything that she has done. "It's alright Haruno, I will bring Sasuke back to the village. I don't care about him, but my job as a mercenary is to bring back missing names, and this time when I bring him back, I hope you don't slap me and abuse me with your cold words." Sakura flinched from the comment as it felt like a slap in the face. She knew that Naruto still hated her, but what hurt her most is that he reminded her of her harsh action in the hospital, of she slapping him. The rest of the group behind them were still quiet, as they weren't happy that Naruto was still angry with Sakura after 5 years. But they already knew before the party even started. When they mentioned Sakura, his reaction always changed to pure anger. Tsunade was not happy with Naruto's attitude and his comment. "I cannot believe that he thinks that Sakura is still that 12-year-old girl who thinks about Sasuke only and is still a fangirl. If he only knew how much she changed." Sakura held herself back as she tried not to shed any tears. all of her training with Tsunade and working in the hospital and going on the deepest wounds and the damages, injuries. She tried to hold back these tears, but it was the most painfulest thing she had ever felt. There is no reason I need to miss Sasuke. I don't need him anymore. But I have really missed you, Naruto, she said, as she looked down on the ground. As all of the rookie nines looked at her, they knew that she wasn't fine, as everything that she's been through, all of her suffering and her pain, as a lot happened over the 5 years, why wouldn't she tell Naruto what she's been through? It was like she wanted to continue suffering, even when Naruto was back in the village. As Tsunade realized that the tension is still coming from Naruto and is getting stronger and stronger, as she quickly went between the two teens. Alright you two, let's just continue the party. And Naruto, remember this is your party, so enjoy at the fullest, she said, hoping that he will calm down and resume the party. Thanks Granny, but I cannot eat another bite since I already ate and I want to get back to my apartment and freshen up, Naruto said as he gave another fake smile. Everyone knew that this was going to happen. Looked like the welcome home party was a big failure after all. Naruto was very happy and he was truly enjoying himself until Sakura arrived. His mood completely changed into pure anger, everyone noticed. Then Naruto, if you're leaving, Sakura, please escort him back to his apartment, Tsunade said, as she was smirking in her mind. This will give them some alone time together. Naruto smirked. It's alright Granny, I may have been gone for 5 years, but I still know my way around the village. I insist, Tsunade replied. I already know where my apartment is, Naruto said to her, as he didn't want to even see Sakura's face, and here she was, making her escort him to his apartment. Lady Tsunade, that will be alright, Sakura said. As the two looked at her, Naruto doesn't need me to escort him to his apartment, he knows where it is. Tsunade frowned at Sakura's comment. Here she was giving her the time to be alone with Naruto, but she was taking his side and not allowing it. Sakura, escort Naruto to his apartment. That is an order, Tsunade said. As Sakura didn't have a choice, as she has to obey Tsunade's order, she was a Hokage. As she looked at Naruto knowing that he wasn't going to like it, even though he had that smile on his face, she knew that it was fake, as she could feel the tense and anger coming off of him just by standing near to him. Yes, Lady Tsunade, said Sakura. Naruto just made it to the door as Sakura followed him close behind, as the both of them didn't make eye contact. Once they were gone, everyone sighed in relief as the tension was gone, as Tsunade also sighed. Troublesome, said Shikamaru, as the party wasn't a success. Why can't Naruto and Sakura get along? They are losing their youthfulness, cried Lee as he was followed by Guy. Yes, they are unyouthful, Guy said. Everyone, that's enough, Tsunade said as she calmed down everyone in the room. First, we won't interfere in this. Let's just give them some alone time to see and make them try to work it out on their own. I hope Sakura talk to Naruto and Naruto give her another chance, said Hinata as she knew the pain the both of them went through, while Ino didn't say a word the whole time. As she saw the way Naruto looked at her best friend, anyone could tell that he was faking that smile and he had pure anger and rage underneath it. Back in the village, the two ninjas walked on the street as they were calm, not even walking as fast as Naruto. Just ignore the fact that she was next to him. He kept his calm and composure as he didn't want to make a big outburst on the street. He was holding back everything and he felt like he was going to literally die as he was holding back so much. Seeing her face bring back so much pain and anger. All he wants to do now is keep his distance from her as he don't want to see her anymore. Meanwhile, Sakura felt completely terrible ever since they left the Hokage Tower. Even though that Naruto is wearing his mask, he haven't given her a single glance, as she knew that he hated her. And what other choice did she have but to say sorry? She couldn't help if he didn't want to forgive her. "So, how have you been, Naruto?" She started the conversation, hoping that he would say a word to her. "Fine," he replied coldly. "How was your training?" She gave a smile, at least that he was talking to her. "Good," he said. "So how is it going with your job as a mercenary?" "Good," he said again. As Sakura realized that he has completely changed, he was only talking with one word, as she remembered the old Naruto who couldn't keep his mouth shut, as he was always loud, but now he was just so silent. "So Naruto, it's been a long time. I have really missed you." As Naruto wasn't hearing the words clearly, here she was, talking to him like everything was fine, and like nothing happened back 5 years ago, like she didn't remember about the hospital. As she was talking to him like they were friends, as the rage started to build up inside of him again, as he quickly spun around, as he's now facing her. They were near his apartment, as he huffed, as he let out a big breath. "Naruto, what's wrong?" He gazed at her from his mask. "Haruno, let's get one thing straight. We are not friends or teammates. Team 7 is dead, and the past is the past, and I have moved on with my life. I suggest that you do too." Sakura was hurt by his comment, but she kept a calm expression. "Naruto, I know that you felt that way after everything that I have done to you, but I want you to know that as Naruto cut her off, "It is Kitsune, or Kitsune Flash. You have no right to call me by my real name. Only my true friends can call me that." She nodded as she couldn't hold her tears anymore. I understand," as a couple of tears fell from her eye. "Another thing is, I am not the same lovesick puppy that used to follow you around anymore. And I'm not your punching bag anymore. So if you hit me, I will defend myself and hit you back. And I don't really care about your happiness towards Sasuke. I am only doing it because it's my job. And that stupid promise that I made a long time ago, just forget about it. And like I said before, Kitsune, I don't care about that traitor. The day he left the village again, I lost him as a friend, as a teammate forever. Now, the only teammate I care about is you. All my feelings are gone for Sasuke when he rejected me for the last time at the prison cell." Naruto then chuckled. "You don't care about him anymore. So why do you keep pretending like you care for me? You are just using me to get him back, like your personal lapdog, and reject me when I get him here, right?" "No, of course not," Sakura shouted, as more tears began to fall from her eyes. She couldn't believe it. This is how Naruto thinks of her, as a cold-hearted, manipulating person who just manipulates people to get what she wants. "So you think that I have missed you so that I can use you to bring back Sasuke?" "No, Kitsune, I am not pretending, and I am not giving you the task to bring back a traitor to the village. And I said I don't care about traitors, and I have lost him forever. And you don't have to use that meaningless promise anymore, because I don't care about it. As what you said, forget about it, because you are the one who made it to me in the first place." As Naruto felt his anger flare again, as what she just said. Who was the person that begged me in tears to bring him back at all costs? He asked, as he was all out of breath and huffing, as he couldn't control himself. "And who was the person that rewarded me with 2 slaps to the face and a cold-hearted speech? And even when I brought him back for you, and he was just hurt a bit, and I take a full Shidori in my chest. You know how much that damn hurt? And I did it all so that you can smile at me. At least you could have said thank you, Naruto. Thank you for your effort in bringing back Sasuke. And thank you for getting him to the village, even though he tried to kill you. Thank you for not giving up on him. As more tears fell from her eyes, she tried to dry them off, but it doesn't matter. They still ran out. As Naruto turned, as he began his walking again, as she followed him, as she could feel the anger and rage coming off of him. "What are you doing?" he said, as he was tired of seeing her. "Have you forgotten? I am following Tsunade's orders," as she sobbed, "to follow you back to your apartment." They went quiet again, as Naruto was happy that she stopped talking. Right now, he couldn't control his emotions, as he didn't want to snap in the worst way, because that was just a small piece of it. As they finally arrived to his apartment, as he took out his key and pulled the door, he wasn't going to say anything to her, just go inside, as he was so happy. Now, as she stopped, "Kitsune, how about I treat you to some ramen?" She had finally dried her tears, calming down. She wasn't giving up on him. As he turned around to face her, as Naruto felt his rage building up again. How dare she, as he remembered the countless of times that he asked her to go out when they were younger, as he asked her that he was going to treat her to some ramen. Now she dares ask him out? Treat me to some ramen? Why, Haruno, are you asking me out on a date? As she slightly blushed at the comment, but she brushed it away quickly. No, it's not a date. Just a get-together between two Konoha ninjas. We will just talk about our training and old times. Old times? He shouted as he stared at her, as Sakura took a step back. You mean when you hit me for accidentally kissing Sasuke? Or when you threw me off of the bridge at the Wave Country mission when I tried to give you a hug? Or what happened back at the hospital? Are those old times you're talking about? Sakura couldn't say a word as she was staring into his eyes, as suddenly she saw his eyes change, as Kurama eyes were widened inside of the cell, as Naruto's eyes changed to crimson red. Thanks, but no. Those days might have been happy days for you, but they were nothing but hell to me. As he took a deep breath, he walked in, as he then slammed the door behind him, leaving a heartbreaking Sakura behind. Sakura started to cry even more, as she knew that this was the behavior that Naruto would show her after what she did. I won't give up on you, Naruto. I will become your friend again. I promise you that, she said, as she still didn't want to give up. Naruto rushed inside as he went to the kitchen and got a glass of water. As he quickly drank the liquid, he took off his mask as he saw the claws on his hands, as he knew from the anger he had the Kyuubi features, as his fangs got sharp, as he squeezed the glass and it break in his palm, as he felt nothing but anger thinking of her face, and smashed it right in the wall, as his hand break right through it, as he pulled up back his hand, as he dropped on his knees, as he cradled his head down on the ground, as he started to take breaths in and out, quick breaths in and out, as he finally calmed down. Getting angry, are you, kid? And here I thought that I was so happy to not hear your voice again, Fox. I am here to make your life a living hell, kid, since I can't kill you. What? What was that? I can't hear you, too much static. The demon fox growled. You impudent brat, don't ignore me. I am ending my transmission over and out, Naruto said. You brat, was the last thing the fox said, as the mental link was cut. Time skip. Naruto was standing on the Hokage's monument, exactly on the fourth Hokage's head. He loved to come here as it released all of his stress and his pain. As he no longer felt anger, he just felt calm and peace. As he looked up in the sky, as he heard something behind him, as he looked around to see Iruka, I figured that you'll be here. You always come here when something is bothering you. You want to talk about it? Not really. Don't act that way. I know that something is bothering you. I think that Kitsune Flash needs some advice. This better not be about her. Naruto, you know it is. You cannot run away from Sakura forever. Who say that I'm running away from her? I am not. All I want is not to see her or be near to her anymore. Is that hard to ask? Yeah, you are actually running away. I can't believe it. I am hearing this from you. Naruto. Yeah, I give up on those things. Team 7 is dead. No need to bring it back to life. Even though that Team 7 is gone, your bond with Sakura is still alive. Kitsune laughed in amusement, causing Iruka to get confused. I am telling you, I no longer have a bond with her. Or no one in Team 7. What kind of teammates left the village and your friends behind to pursue power and vengeance? What kind of sensei only look after the Uchiha and train them? And what kind of teammate insult you after you brought the one that she loved back to the village after he shoved a Chidori through your chest? Iruka was shocked. He never saw Naruto in such pain before. Now he knew that Naruto was going through a lot, as he truly felt betrayed by his team. Well, now you know Team 7 break my trust in them. I thought Sasuke was like a brother to me. Well, I was wrong. He just turned out to be someone who tried to kill me. Iruka rubbed his eyes. He never knew that things were so hostile between Naruto and his team. But after hearing that Sasuke tried to kill him, he wondered if Naruto's vengeance and anger were fear. But he still couldn't leave this when it came to Sakura, as Iruka knew how much pain and suffering she endured in the past years. Naruto, I understand. After what happened with Sasuke and his whole clan, his loyalty may be on the other side. Iruka, I don't want to hear about them anymore. I don't care about them. We are no longer a team. So can you please just drop the subject? Naruto, please. You must know about Sakura. She has been through a lot of suffering after you left with Jiraiya. She has been in so much pain. As he trailed off, he wanted to tell Naruto the truth about Sakura's condition. But you remember what Tsunade told him? Iruka, don't tell me about her condition. I don't really care anymore. He stood quiet. Iruka, remember what Tsunade told him. But he knew that Naruto had no place in his heart for her, as he's completely sealed off. Well, Iruka, thanks for the talk, Naruto said as he got up and Sunshin away. As he left Iruka, as he was in deep thought, Naruto has really changed a lot. It seems like it's gonna be a long way until you earn back his forgiveness, Sakura. In another part of the village, Sakura was eating dango as she was going over the conversation in her head as someone interrupted her. Excuse me, are you alright? As Sakura turned to see a woman in her early 30s with long red hair wearing a pink kimono as she sat beside her. Yes, I am, and how can I help you? Sakura said. Oh, it's not you that should help me. I can tell that something is bothering you. And how can you tell? Sakura asked. Kushina smiled at her. Your face is easy to read. You look like you've been through a lot of pain. She chuckled sadly. You don't know the half of it. Would you like to tell me if it's alright with you? Kushina asked. Sakura was a bit unsure. She wasn't happy about telling a stranger about her life, but she believed that she could trust the redhead, as she decided to tell her what happened. After a long while, Kushina looked at Sakura. Well, this Naruto you talk about, why don't you persuade him? By fighting him. You talk about how he wants to get stronger and be the Hokage and become strong. Show him how strong you are now and make him listen to you and talk to him while you're on the battlefield and use your fists as words, said Kushina, as Sakura felt a new feeling of confidence. Thank you. I will follow your advice. What is your name? Oh, my name is Kushina. Nice to meet you, she said as she extended an arm. I'm glad I was able to help. Don't give up and always believe in yourself. As Sakura then turned around to pay the man for the dango, she turned around. Kushina was gone, as she thought that she just got up and walked away. So she decided to head off. Back at Naruto's apartment, Naruto was on his bed as he had large stacks of cash as he was counting all the money that he had earned through all of his mission, and it was a lot. Whenever he completed his mission, he should bring the pay to Konoha as a percentage of that money went to him. As he smiled, ever since he became Kitsune Flash, he's been earning money in 3 times than a normal team would have. As he was so happy with that. You know, I have enough money to buy myself a nice house or get a bigger apartment than this one. I never really thought about that. Suddenly, he felt the chakra signature again. Damn it, why her? I wonder who that is, the Kyuubi said in a sarcastic tone, as he already knew who as well. As he went to open his front door. But guys, I'm gonna be ending this episode right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you already know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on that bell notification to stay posted. Remember to share to all of your friends on your social media platform. And if you haven't yet, what are you waiting for? Go ahead and click that red subscribe button and join the Animaking family. And also check out What If Tsunade Was Naruto's Mother. I posted a new episode of that, so check it out and enjoy. But for now, I'm out. Peace.